Okay, welcome to the tutorial. This is going to be part 2 of creating a transaction, along with part 1, which was focusing in on running through the transaction, actually going through the process of a transaction, Authentisign transaction, and also the checklist and task. So this is going to be a tutorial on fluently adding a transaction all the way to signing. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. First page, you're going to click on the house. Then you're going to click Add, Create Transaction. Type in your property address, numerics, street name, purchase agreement. Template, we're going to go with office, residential sale. Import. Import, always important. Unless it's a for sale by owner, you can't do it. Import your MLS. Drag it on over here. It makes it easier. Create. Our transaction is officially created. Now currently we're in for about 1:30. Of course, a little bit of a speech in the beginning. Now we're at our steps. Steps 1 of 5. Property type, residential. You can change this if you want. I typically leave it open. Make sure everything looks good. Nope, no legal description. If the agent has not put the legal description, it obviously will not be there. Okay, legal description. Here it is right here. You're going to copy. Go back, click on your page. Is step 1. Paste legal description. Everything else looks fine. Pre-populate it. Next. Offer date, 9/4. Under contract date. You can put it in here now if you wish. I'm sorry, not under contract, act of sale date. If you wish to put it in here, you can. Let's say we're going to put the 30th. I suggest you go ahead and add it in right here. Move on. Next. You have everybody populated. Step 3. Who are we going to add? Add existing contact. Or create a new contact. We're going to create a new contact. Let's see if we have click buyer, first name, test, test 1, email, test@gmail.com. Save, nothing else needed. All you people in here. Step 4, custom information form purchase agreement. This is all leading from the template that you're using. Custom information form should be pre-filled out if you did everything correct. Here's your buyer. Buyer is populated. First, your name. Second from the top, agreement to purchase and sell, or buy and sell. Waiting for it to load. That probably takes the longest. Delivered by. Email, all this is pre-populated. Yes, put your date. It'll populate on other future stuff. Put your lot size. Appliances. That's all the appliances that's coming with the property. 0, NA, 0. 50,000. September 30th, already populated. This sale is not contingent, typically used, financed. Let's say it's a rural development or VA. 5.875. 30 years already there. That's traditional. That's typically what's used. VA mandatory guaranteed mortgage. Seller to pay. Okay. Here's where this is. This stops your errors. Let's say they're only paying $8,000. $8,000. Moving on. 3. Yes, it's going to be an appraisal done on the property. Deposit. This is typical. I want third party. I'm going to put third party. There is no new home construction addendum. I want 14. I'm going to stick with it. There is no private treatment system. No, they don't want warranty. As is, 14 days. No additional terms. VA mandatory clause. Okay. It did not pre-populate this naturally. And the reason why is we're all using this template. You want your seller, you want the selling agent email address. Simple, copy it. Paste. Let's give them till tomorrow. Let's put 8 p.m. Okay. Save. If you want to add another document, let's say you want to add your deposit addendum in now, click the first one. We're just going to go ahead and take the extra step just to show how fast the system is. Deposit addendum. It's already populated. I searched, picked the first one. Okay. We want test title to hold it. Save. Pin to the left. Click on it. Go to your next transaction for this, for the pen section. Let's get rid of these. So we're going to take another step. These I was supposed to get rid of and I didn't. So we're doing that now. As soon as that green moves out the way, I can click on it. We're in for 7 minutes and 30 seconds. We're going to click add. Now that we're under the pen transaction, this is from the house. This is what you just did. Pick it. 71 Madison purchase agreement. What are you going to call it? Call it the same thing. 71 Madison Avenue purchase agreement. If you were simply doing disclosures, put disclosures. If you were simply doing a VA mandatory clause, call it VA mandatory clause. Click save. Alright, I want to sign first come, first serve. Doesn't matter which one you use. Advanced. Send a reminder. Go to step 2, participants. Add everybody. Click that top one. This one's going to be CC, which is the listing agent. Agent, buyer, remote, add. Documents. Pick your documents you want. Mandatory, custom information form, acknowledgement, mandatory. Let's say you want to go ahead and add your deposit addendum in now. Pick your deposit addendum. Purchase agreement. Pick it. The rest of them you can save for later. Click add. We're in 8 minutes, 52 seconds. Okay. System layout mapping. Very important. Your buyer is test 1. Selling agent. Brian. Save. What do you want first? Acknowledgement. Custom information form. Acknowledgement. Purchase agreement. Deposit addendum. Design. 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Preparing 12-page documents. Okay, this should be populated. Custom information form. Done. Acknowledgement is not going to be done. Pick your buyer. Drop. Date. Sign a name. That's done. Don't forget to take a date and time from their first signature block. Make your buyer accountable for timestamps and stick it up at the top right here via email. That's when it was delivered. As soon as they sign, it goes right over. All your signing blocks. This one's missing. Third party. Remember, very important. They have to. It's required. It always misses that block for whatever reason. All this is finished. Finished, finished, finished. Review as you're going. I know y'all see me speeding through it. I'm just trying to show y'all how fluent this is. I want y'all to review as you're looking at the name blocks. Review. Make sure you're not missing anything. Review. Review this. Make sure it's good. Make sure your expiration date is correct. Okay, we don't have a name, sign a name. Simply drop it. This is deposit addendum. It's pre-populated. Everything's done. Copy on the top. Click your next. Custom invitation. Paste. 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 Sometimes you can write in for the listing agent. You may download separately, as most of them don't know. Of course, I got it wrong. Save. Send. You're done. 11 minutes, 24 seconds. So I just officially wrote a purchase agreement, which could be done from the phone, iPad, or computer in 11 minutes. That's how fast it is and easy it is to actually write a purchase agreement running through the system, extremely fluent, and putting your MLS number where it goes and all your other information, and also entering your participant. So anyone out there that needs help, any of y'all that needs help, email me, call me if you need a little more tutorial on this or in other areas. Now keep in mind to look at your checklist. Click on the house on the left. Click on your Madison. Checklist is right here, or you can click on the right side in your checklist. Now, of course, remember, you are going to get emails reminding you what needs to be done. If it went under contract, your acknowledgement form will be due. You will get a reminder to your email because it's on the offer date. Now, if y'all want to click on details and go back when it goes under contract, and if y'all willing to click and put a date under contract, let's say it went under contract on the 7th, you will put 9/7/2020 and your checklist items, we can change from on offer date to under contract date. So that way you're getting this notification on the contract, the actual act of sale date versus the offer date. Because if it takes time, so y'all, I want y'all specifically to let me know if y'all going to go back and change in the details the actual act of sale date. I will certainly do this. Otherwise, we're going to currently leave it on the offer date. Once you finish your acknowledgement list on businesses, click the hourglass, and that will be completed. You will not get a notification, or you shouldn't get a notification. If you do, then great, you just upload it in and view my listings. Custom information form, same thing, should be done. Purchase agreement, it's probably not done because it's not accepted yet. But of course, we have it 3 days after the offer date. So you will get a notification in your email saying, hey, get it done. Let's pretend it's done. Your other forms that need to be done. Act of sale CD, that's going to be on the act of sale date of the actual date that's closed. Now, if you do an extension, you're going to want to update this act of sale date within the details of the system that I just clicked on, scrolling down, and change your act of sale date. So if you have an extension, I suggest that you change it here. Otherwise, you're going to get early notifications that you don't want, and it's not going to do you any justice. Okay, so we have copy of a deposit due in 3 days. Of course, again, offer date. If you're going to go in and actually put it at a sale date, an actual under contract date, I will change this to under contract date, which you will get a 3-day out notification after it went under contract. Otherwise, we're keeping it on the offer date. Okay. Deposit addendum. We know we finished that. Key statement and final. That is going to be due on active sale date. You will get a reminder 1 day prior that it must be done. Yes, it is mandatory. Lead-based paint disclosures. That's also, you're going to get a reminder on that. Is it mandatory? No, it's not mandatory because not all houses have been purchased or built prior to 1978. Lead-based paint pamphlet. Again, it's not mandatory, but when you send this lead-based paint form out, yes, you need to send the pamphlet out. And click completed. MLS form. It is mandatory. I am making it mandatory that y'all upload it to keep from any conflict or disputes on the MLS for the commission amount. The only way your brokerage can protect you is if you have the proof. Completed. Scrolling down to property inspection response. Okay, property inspection response. Yes, it's mandatory. If they decide not to ask for a deficiency, it's still going to be required that you do it. You can either do the property inspection response or there's another form called acceptance of inspection. Simply have them check that they're willing to continue if they don't want to ask for anything. You will get a notification 7 days out in your email. Again, offer date, after offer date. So we can change this to under contract date if y'all going to go back and actually change it, which means you will get a notification a little bit later, which will actually help in the long run. Okay, so this is just showing you how to do the checklist. So basically this is a reminder for you all to help through the system. Okay, so it's now 18 minutes. This process took a total of 11 minutes, showing y'all how to go through the transaction, as well as the Authentisign send off for signatures. Now, simply if you have another form, and it's just strictly an example, a VA amendatory clause. You were sent a VA amendatory clause to have it signed by your buyer. Simply click on the pen, click the add button, transaction, very important, 71 Madison, type in 71 Madison, VA amendatory clause. Save. Choose whichever one you wish to choose. I'm going to put signing in line this time. Participant. Choose your buyer. You also want to choose the listing agent as a CC to receive it. Let's add her CC. Now remember, we're under the pen. I know it's highlighting the blue house, but we're physically under the pen. For whatever reason, after we go into the pen, it highlights the house. So don't think for a second that we're under the house. We're under the pen. Document. Okay, when you click your document, this page automatically populates. You're not going to have a VA amendatory clause in here. if it's on your desktop and you pulled it from the email. Close it. Click Add Document again a second time. You're going to get a new list. Upload a file from your desktop. Okay, so these are the files on your desktop. Pick one. Let's say that's the VA mandatory clause that we just picked. Okay, now it's in our system. Now you want to go and design it. Now, of course, we have a different form. This is not the VA mandatory clause. This is just showing specifically on how to do a separate form. Preparing 105 pages. So this way you can see how long it takes to prepare 105 pages. That's one good way to test in the system. Okay, we're in 21 minutes. We're just about to come to an end of this tutorial, which is part 2. Okay, so alright. So we have this form. We're just going to pretend it's the VA mandatory clause. It's the same process. Drop it where you need to sign, date, time, and done. Copy. Next. Customize. Paste and paste. Save and send. And that's it. So this concludes this tutorial, part 2.